Every season and holiday, Dollar Tree brings these fabrics that are great for crafting, and I always grab a few for each style. I'm going to start with this green one and this flowery one. I love that they kind of complement each other. I'm going to open them up, and they do come really folded and curved, and so I do want to iron them. I always place a towel underneath, and I use my mini heat press to iron them, but you can use a regular iron, of course, if that's what you have. I'm only going to need about 8 inches, so I'm just going to iron a little bit over that. And then I'm going to stack them on top of each other. Basically, I just want all the ends and all the edges to be nicely flush on the edges. Then I am going to measure about 8 inches and then just give that a cut. I am making an envelope, a fabric envelope that you can use for either as a gift or for storing little notes. I'm going to keep them stacked right on top of each other, and then I'm going to fold about 3.5 inches or so. And then I'm just going to fold again, and I'm going to cut off any excess that I don't need or want. Once I have them folded, I am going to mark right there in the center, and then I'm going to angle cut the top portion. Now I'm going to cut it to the end, but not all the way to the corner, leaving about 1 inch from the corner, just like that. Once I have it cut, I just want to iron it one more time just to make sure those seams are nice and flattened. Now I'm going to join both fabrics together with hot glue. Of course, if you want to sew, that is up to you, and it would be probably even better. But because this is a no-sew video, I do want to use hot glue. So I'm going to do that on all the edges until both fabrics are nicely joined. I am then just going to fold again in the shape of the envelope, and I'm just going to hot glue on the sides, and that's it. I don't want to glue anything else because we want to have it as an envelope. I want it to be able to open it and store things inside. I'm going to iron it one more time, making sure those seams are nicely flat. I'm going to take this pom-pom style ribbon. I got it at Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to line the front part of the envelope as well as the sides. Dollar Tree carries these little Velcro pads, and I love using them for crafts like these. They already come with a sticky portion to it, and it's stuck really well to the fabric, but you can always emphasize it with some hot glue. All right, you can leave it like this, or I'm going to add one of these little flowers. I'm just going to cut the excess stem from the back and then hot glue all the little petals towards the back. That way it's going to be nice and flush. And I gotta say, I am obsessed with this little envelope. You can make these in any size you want. I love the color combination, but what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we are going to take this gorgeous tulip. Love this design, and I love the size of it too. Again, I'm going to remove the jute string temporarily, and I'm going to add Mod Podge to the surface of the tulip. Just a nice portion of it. Then I'm going to set it to the side underneath a fan. And I just love this one here. It has such bright, beautiful tones. Great for spring and also summer. I'm going to cut a piece to be able to finish the top portion of the tulip. And then we are just going to iron it on. Now, I forgot to put some parchment paper. You should do that. But it worked out okay, except that it didn't stick very well to the metal. See? It was peeling really quickly. So I just didn't pull the middle portion. I'm just going to add hot glue to the edge and then do it all the way around, and it worked really well. And it didn't do anything to the center because it was just holding really nice. I'm going to remove the excess fabric using my X-Acto knife, and I'm going to do that all around. This tulip is looking fantastic. All right, so we are going to add the jute string to the back, just a little hot glue and a little clear tape, all from Dollar Tree, and we're just going to set it right there. All right, so then we are going to attach one of these leftover picks from a floral pick, and we're just going to even out the parts, and then we're just going to add a lot of hot glue, put it right there, and then we're going to secure it with more of that plastic tape. And I think it worked out so cute. How adorable is this? If you don't have a leftover pick, you could also use a dowel. All right, I'm going to cut off the excess tape from the sides, and then we're going to start adding some florals. Now, this beautiful pink flower is from Dollar Tree, and I think it complements the color and designs of the tulip beautifully. I'm going to add some of these leafy greens underneath on each side. And I got to tell you, this is really one of my favorites today. I absolutely love the tulip style. the design. That fabric is so beautiful. And the fact that we added a stem, how cute is that? Let me know what you think down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, I'm going to take one of these little metal kind of like stand sign. I don't know what it is, but I think the possibilities are endless. I'm going to wipe it really well. And then I'm going to use some of this rub and buff in the golden tone. I do get this on Amazon, and I do have it in my Amazon store. I'm just going to use a little rag and then just distress those edges just to add a little dimension. These little boards come 6 in a pack at Dollar Tree in their wooden aisle. I'm just going to sand it smooth, dust it really well, and then we're going to attach that portion onto it because that way it'll have a larger frame or a larger base. This wooden cross is in their wooden aisle, and I think it's so fun to craft with. I'm going to Mod Podge the top, and like we did earlier, we're just going to set it to the side and let it dry. I'm going to iron a piece of this fabric from Dollar Tree just to get it nice and flat, cut it a piece, and this is what we're going to Mod Podge on top of the cross. But before we do that, we have to paint the base, although you don't have to, but I do want it to be white. So I'm just going to give it one coat of the Waverly chalk paint in the white. You can also remove the metal portion from the screws in the back if you don't want to paint like real close to it. I was able to get it close enough. But anyways, we're just going to set it to the side to dry. And then while that happens, then I'm going to attach the fabric onto the cross, set it on top. I did remember the parchment paper this time, and I'm just going to iron it. Now you can always cut off the excess with the X-Acto knife with like we did the tulip. But this one I wanted to do it from this angle because I wanted it to leave a frayed look. I don't know if you like that style, but sometimes a little fray, I think it looks really cute and organic. So I'm going to do it this way, but you can always cut it very flush to the edges. And that's what I did with the cross. And I really like the look it has at the end, and you'll see it. All right, so once that's that, we're just going to attach the cross right there to the metal portion. Just center it as possible and hold it. And again, be careful because the metal gets hot. I'm going to make a cute little swag using the faux boxwood again from Amazon. I'm just going to place a few facing each way, and then using some of that leftover seam from the towel, we're just going to tie it in the center, roll it around and secure it with hot glue, and then we're just going to attach it in front of the cross. It kind of fits right inside underneath. And then we're going to add an extra few little boxwood pieces just to add fullness because I feel like it needed it, and that way there'll be smaller ones facing upwards. Now I want to keep this pretty neutral, so I am going to add some flowers, but they're just going to be white little tiny ones that I found. I believe these are from Walmart. I don't quite remember. I'm just going to add a few on each side and then a larger one, just I guess a little flat one, larger one right there in the center. And this is just going to finish everything off. But of course, as I always say, you can add whatever else you want, any design, any color. You can stain the cross, whatever you want. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we're going to start with this wooden board that I found at Dollar Tree recently. And I love that it's square. Usually I get the circle ones, but the square one is so fun. I'm going to remove the jute string, and I'm just going to give it one coat of white paint. And this is Waverly chalk paint in the white. And then I'm just going to set it to the side to dry. But of course, you can do any color combination you want. This cross is also from Dollar Tree, and I got it several months ago. And I love that it has a cross shape, and I'm just going to stain it. I'm going to use the Waverly Antiquing Wax in the brown, and I'm just, again, doing one coat on the top and the edges and set it to the side to dry. While both those items are drying, I'm going to take this leftover fabric from another project, and I'm just going to iron a piece, and then we are going to cut it. Now, at first, I just wasn't sure what size I needed it, so I'm just going to hot glue the edge just to create a seam. But then I had to take a break because I realized I really need the board to be dry to know how big to cut that pocket. The cross dried first, so I'm just going to add some of these jute string to each end. So that way it's going to cover the hole at the top, but it's also going to add texture and design to the cross. And I'm going to do that on all 4 ends. I think this really added a lot of rustic texture to it, and I love it. I'm going to add the cross to the left side. And now that I have the cross in place, now I know exactly what size pocket I need. So I'm just going to continue to iron, hot glue, and cut as needed until I have the pocket size that I need for the design and the size of the board. I'm going to use hot glue to hot glue it to the board on the right side of the cross. And this is going to be a pocket that I can use to add florals. Now, you can do whatever floral design you want. Of course, you can change this throughout the seasons and holidays. I decided to antique and distress the edges with more antiquing wax. I just felt like something was missing. So I'm going to use the antiquing wax and a rag and just add a little bit to the edges. All right, so now we're going to add some of the greenery and then some of these flowers from Dollar Tree. And I think it complements the design so beautifully. I'm going to do the technique that I've used many times before, which is basically you just want to create knots. And then we're going to hot glue them on each hole. This is going to create a faux knot technique. And it's going to give the illusion that it's hanging from the knots, but really they're just hot glued to the back. I'm going to add more rope to the back, hot gluing as well as taping it for extra stability, and that's it. Oh my word, how adorable is this? This will make a great gift for Easter, spring. I just love the way it looks, but what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. I have another video here for you with tons more of Dollar Tree DIY crafts inspiration. Check it out. I'll see you later and have a blessed day. Bye.